The Huangdi said, Yin and Yang are the laws of the universe, the fundamental source of all things, the origin of the development and change of everything, and the basis of growth and destruction. For the human body, it is the foundation of mental activities. Governance must be based on the principles of Yin and Yang. According to the changes in Yin and Yang, accumulated Yang energy rises and becomes heaven, condensed Yin energy descends and becomes earth. Yin is characterized by stillness, while Yang is characterized by activity. Yang governs sprouting and destruction. Yin governs growth and storage. Yang controls the transformation of qi in all things, and Yin governs the physical form of all things. Extreme cold can generate heat, and extreme heat can generate cold. Cold qi can produce turbid Yin, and hot qi can produce clear Yang. If clear Yang qi sinks and cannot rise, it can cause diseases of leakage. If turbid Yin qi accumulates above and cannot descend, it can cause diseases of fullness and distension. This is the rationale behind diseases caused by violating the laws of Yin and Yang. Clear Yang qi becomes heaven, and turbid Yin qi becomes earth. Earth qi rising forms clouds, and heaven qi descending forms rain. Rain originates from earth qi, and clouds come from heaven qi. Human body changes are similar. Clear Yang emerges from the upper orifices, and turbid Yin emerges from the lower orifices. Clear Yang is released through the skin, and turbid Yin is internally directed to the 5 organs. Clear Yang enriches the limbs and internally circulates to the 6 bowels. Water governs Yin, and fire governs Yang. Yang is the intangible qi, while Yin is the tangible flavor. The 5 flavors of food nourish the body, and the body's growth and development depend on the transformation activity. The function of the organs is generated by essence. Essence depends on true qi for its creation, and the physical body depends on the 5 flavors. All life processes are based on essence, and the qi that generates essence comes from form. Flavor can harm the body, and qi can destroy essence. Essence transforms into qi, and qi is harmed by flavor. The 5 flavors belonging to Yin are expelled through the lower orifices, and the true qi belonging to Yang is released through the upper orifices. Among the 5 flavors, thick flavors belong to pure Yin, and thin flavors belong to Yin within Yang. Among Yang qi, thick qi belongs to pure Yang, and thin qi belongs to Yang within Yin. Regarding flavors, thick flavors can cause diarrhea, and thin flavors can facilitate digestion. Regarding Yang qi, thin qi can expel pathogenic factors, and thick qi can aid Yang in producing heat. Excessive Yang weakens the primal qi, while subtle Yang strengthens it. Excessive Yang erodes primal qi, which depends on the nurturing of subtle Yang. Excessive Yang dissipates primal qi, while subtle Yang enhances it. Among flavors and qi, pungent and sweet with dispersing effects belong to Yang, sour and bitter with purging effects belong to Yin. Yin and Yang within the human body are in relative balance. If Yin qi dominates, Yang qi is inevitably damaged. Similarly, if Yang qi dominates, Yin qi is also damaged. Dominance of Yang qi produces heat, while dominance of Yin qi produces cold. Extreme cold leads to heat, and extreme heat leads to cold. Cold pathogen can manipulate the physical form, and heat pathogen can manipulate the qi aspect. Injury to the qi aspect causes pain due to blockage of qi channels. Injury to the physical form causes swelling due to stagnation in muscles. Therefore, initial pain followed by swelling is due to a qi disease affecting the body. Initial swelling followed by pain is due to physical injury affecting the qi aspect. Excessive wind causes the body to shake and tremble, limbs to cramp. Excessive pathogenic heat causes muscles to swell and redden. Excessive dryness causes body fluids to dry up. Excessive dampness causes diarrhea. Heaven has 4 seasons: spring, summer, autumn, and winter, corresponding to the 5 elements and forming the 5 seasonal periods of spring, summer, long summer, autumn, and winter, facilitating growth, storage, and producing the 5 climatic changes of cold, heat, dryness, dampness, and wind. Humans have 5 organs, and these organs generate 5 types of qi, manifesting as emotions like joy, anger, sadness, worry, and fear. Excessive joy and anger can harm qi. Invasion of cold and heat from outside can harm the body. Great anger harms yin qi, and great joy harms yang qi. Worse is the reverse flow of qi, causing blood vessel blockage and sudden changes in appearance. Uncontrolled joy and anger, non-standard cold and heat, pose risks to life. Therefore, excess yin qi must be balanced by its opposite, as must excess yang qi. Hence, excessive cold in winter leads to heat diseases in spring, excessive wind in spring leads to diarrhea diseases in summer, excessive heat in summer leads to malaria in autumn, excessive dampness in autumn leads to coughs in winter. The Huangdi asked, I have heard that ancient sages spoke about human body forms, discerned the yin and yang of organs, examined the connections of meridians, ensuring harmony with the 6 harmonies, each following its own meridian pathways. The originating points of qi points had their own names, muscles and bones connected at specific points, the yin and yang, along with the order and reverse order of superficial meridians, all had their logic. The changes of yin and yang in the 4 seasons followed certain rules. The relationship between the external environment and the internal body also had its manifestations and depths. Is this really so? Qi Bo answered, the east generates wind, which nourishes wood qi. Wood qi produces sourness, which nourishes the liver, and liver blood nourishes the tendons, which in turn nourish the heart. Liver qi communicates upwards with the eyes. Its transformation in heaven is wind among the 5 qis, on earth it is wood among the 5 elements, in the human body it is tendons, among the 5 organs it is the liver, in colors it is cyan, in musical notes it is ju, in sounds it is shouting, in bodily movements it is grasping, among the 7 orifices it is the eyes, among the 5 flavors it is sour, and in emotions it is anger. Anger damages the liver, but sadness suppresses anger, wind damages tendons, but dryness suppresses wind, excess consumption of sour can damage tendons, but pungent flavor suppresses sourness. The south generates heat, which produces fire. Fire qi generates bitterness, which nourishes the heart. Heart produces blood, blood nourishes the spleen, and heart qi is associated with the tongue. In heaven, it is heat, on earth, it is fire, in the human body, it is blood vessels, among the 5 organs, it is the heart, in colors, it is red, in musical notes, it is ji, in sounds, it is laughter, in bodily emotions, it is worry, among the 7 orifices, it is the tongue, among the 5 flavors, it is bitter, in emotional changes, it is joy. Excessive joy damages heart qi, but fear suppresses joy, heat damages qi, but cold water suppresses heat, bitter flavor damages qi, but salty flavor suppresses bitterness. The center generates dampness, which promotes the growth of earth qi. Earth produces sweetness, which nourishes the spleen qi. Spleen nourishes the muscles, muscles strengthen lung qi, and spleen qi is associated with the mouth. Its transformation in heaven is dampness among the 5 qis, on earth it is earth among the 5 elements, in the human body it is muscles, among the 5 organs it is the spleen, in colors it is yellow, in musical notes it is gong, in sounds it is singing, in bodily movements it is dry vomiting, among the 7 orifices it is the mouth, among the 5 flavors it is sweet, and in emotional changes, it is pensiveness. Pensiveness damages the spleen, but anger suppresses pensiveness, dampness damages muscles, but wind suppresses dampness, excess consumption of sweet damages muscles, but sour flavor suppresses sweetness. The west generates dryness, which strengthens metal qi. Metal produces pungent flavor, which nourishes the lungs. Lung qi nourishes the skin and hair moistness further nourishes kidney water. Lung qi is associated with the nose. Its transformation in heaven is dryness among the 5 qis. On earth it is metal among the 5 elements, in the human body it is skin and hair, among the 5 organs it is the lungs, in colors it is white, in musical notes it is shang, in sounds it is crying, in bodily movements it is coughing, among the 7 orifices it is the nose, among the 5 flavors it is pungent, and in emotional changes, it is worry. Worry damages the lungs, but joy suppresses worry, heat damages skin and hair, but cold suppresses heat, pungent flavor damages skin and hair, but bitter flavor suppresses pungency. The north generates cold, which produces water qi. Water qi generates salty flavor, which nourishes kidney qi. Kidney qi nourishes bone marrow, and bone marrow nourishes the liver. Kidney qi is associated with the ears. Its transformation in heaven is cold among the 5 qis, on earth it is water among the 5 elements, in the human body it is bone marrow, among the 5 organs it is the kidneys, in colors it is black, in musical notes it is you, in sounds it is moaning, in bodily movements it is shivering, among the 7 orifices it is the ears, among the 5 flavors it is salty, and in emotional changes, it is fear. Fear damages the kidneys, but pensiveness suppresses fear, cold damages blood, but dryness suppresses cold, salty flavor damages blood, but sweet flavor suppresses saltiness. Therefore, it is said that heaven and earth give rise to the division between upper and lower, and yin and yang create the distinction between male and female. The left and right are the pathways of yin and yang, and water and fire are the manifestations of yin and yang. The changes of yin and yang are the origin of the generation of all things. Hence, yin is internal, supported by yang as its external defense, yang is external, assisted by yin as its internal support. The Huangdi asked, how should one follow the principles of yin and yang? Qi Bo replied, excessive yang qi leads to fever in the body, tight pores, rapid breathing, restlessness, sweating does not occur, heat does not disperse, dry teeth, and inner restlessness. If there is also a feeling of abdominal distension, it is a fatal symptom. It can withstand winter but not summer. Excessive yin qi leads to severe cold in the body, sweating, constant cold feeling, frequent chills, mixed with cold, and ultimately leads to cold extremities. If there is also a feeling of abdominal distension, it is a fatal symptom. It can withstand summer but not winter. This is the mechanism of symptoms caused by the imbalance of yin and yang. The Huangdi asked, how can yin and yang be harmonized? Qi Bo replied, knowing the principles of 7 losses and 8 benefits, one can achieve the harmony of yin and yang. Without using the 7 losses and 8 benefits, one will weaken early. Generally, by the age of 40, half of the yin qi is lost, and movements begin to show signs of decline. By 50, the body becomes clumsy, ears less sharp, eyes less clear. By 60, impotence occurs, qi greatly weakens, orifice functions decline, yin is deficient below, yang floats above, runny nose and teary eyes occur. Therefore, those who understand are strong, those who do not understand age early. Although both live in the world, the outcomes are different. Wise people observe general rules, foolish people only see the specific. Foolish people often feel a lack of strength, wise people feel an abundance of energy. Abundant energy leads to sharp ears and eyes, light and strong body. Even if the body has already aged, it can rejuvenate, those already strong become even stronger. Hence, the sage does nothing, finds joy in tranquility, seeks the greatest happiness in emptiness and vacuity, thus his life is endless, as long-lived as heaven and earth. This is the method of nourishing life by the sage. Heaven's qi is insufficient in the northwest, so the northwest is yin, and the right side of the human body's ears and eyes are not as sharp as the left. Earth's qi is insufficient in the southeast, so the southeast is yang, and the left side of the human body's hands and feet are not as agile as the right. The Huangdi asked, what is the reason for this? Qi Bo answered, the east belongs to yang, where yang qi, the essence, is concentrated in the upper part. When the upper part is vigorous, the lower part becomes necessarily weak. This results in sharp ears and eyes, but inconvenience in the hands and feet. The west belongs to yin, where yin qi, the essence, is concentrated in the lower part. When the lower part is vigorous, the upper part becomes necessarily weak. This leads to dull ears and eyes, but agile and powerful hands and feet. Therefore, when affected by external evil qi, if it is in the upper part, the right side of the body will be more affected, if in the lower part, the left side will be more affected. This is because the yin and yang qi of heaven and earth cannot be without bias, and in the human body, there is also insufficiency of yin and yang on the left and right. Where the body is weak, evil qi will stagnate there. Thus, heaven has vital qi, and earth has physical form. Heaven has 8 climatic changes, and earth has 5 directions. Hence, they form the basis for the growth of all things. Yang qi, light and clear, ascends to heaven, while yin qi, heavy and turbid, descends to earth. Therefore, the movement and stillness of heaven and earth are controlled by these wondrous changes, thereby enabling the birth, growth, harvest, and storage of all things to cycle endlessly. Only those who are wise, by aligning with the qi of heaven, nourish their heads, by aligning with the qi of earth, nourish their feet, and in the middle, by relying on human affairs, nourish the 5 organs. The qi of heaven corresponds with the lungs, the qi of earth with the throat, the qi of wind with the liver, the qi of thunder acts on the heart, the qi of the 5 grains responds to the spleen, and the qi of rainwater nourishes the kidneys. The 6 meridians are like great rivers, the stomach and intestines like the sea, and the 9 orifices like streams. Comparing the yin and yang of heaven and earth with that of the human body, human sweat is like the rain between heaven and earth, human qi is like the wind, human rage is like thunder, human contrary qi is like a prolonged drought. Therefore, if nurturing life does not conform to the principles of heaven and earth, diseases will occur. Thus, the arrival of pathogenic wind is like a sudden storm. A good doctor treats the disease when the pathogen first invades the skin, a less skilled one treats when it reaches the flesh, a poorer one treats when it invades the tendons and vessels, an even poorer one treats when it invades the 6 internal organs, the worst treats when it invades the 5 internal organs. If the pathogen has already invaded the 5 internal organs, the hope of cure is as great as the possibility of death. If people are affected by the evil qi of heaven, their internal organs will be harmed. If affected by the cold or heat of food and drink, their 6 internal organs will be harmed. If affected by the dampness of the earth, their skin, flesh, and tendons will be harmed. Therefore, those skilled in acupuncture observe the fullness or emptiness of meridians, sometimes drawing yang from yin, sometimes drawing yin from yang, treating the left side for diseases of the right, and the right for diseases of the left, comparing the patient's abnormal state with one's own normal state, understanding the internal changes from external symptoms, to observe whether the disease is excessive or deficient. By clearly seeing which diseases are minor and which are severe, and then treating people, failure will not occur. A good doctor observes the patient's complexion, feels the pulse, and first determines whether the disease is yin or yang. They examine the clarity or turbidity of the 5 colors in the superficial collaterals to know which meridian is diseased. They observe the patient's breathing and listen to their voice to understand the patient's suffering. They see the different pulse patterns in the 4 seasons to know which organ the disease originates from. They examine the smoothness or roughness of the inch skin and the depth or shallowness of the inch pulse to know the location of the disease. In this way, there can be no mistakes in treatment. But tracing back to the source, it is because there are no errors in diagnosis. Thus, it is said, in the early stages of disease, acupuncture can cure. If the pathogenic qi is strong, wait for it to recede before treating. When the disease is mild, expel it. When severe, purge it. When it is about to be cured, consolidate it to prevent recurrence. For those with a weak physique, warm their qi. For those with insufficient essence and qi, supplement with tangible flavors. For diseases above the diaphragm, use emesis. For those in the lower burner, use drainage. For fullness in the chest and abdomen, use purgation. For wind diseases, use cool and pungent diaphoresis. For pathogens in the skin, use warm and pungent diaphoresis. For very severe conditions, use suppression. For solid diseases, use dispersing or purging. Observe the yin and yang of the disease to decide the gentleness or firmness of the dosage. For diseases in yang, treat the yin. For diseases in yin, treat the yang. Distinguish between qi and blood. For blood fullness, use bloodletting. For qi deficiency, use tonifying.